When his head drives this way, we're gonna use our arm to move our partner's head in this direction. If he stays square, that's fine. You're gonna control your partner's wrist or hand, push it down, top leg comes over to the hip, there's an anchor position, foot goes to your partner's leg or their bicep, and you're in from the clamp to the triangle. Clamp guard questions, we're gonna try to answer them. So, your partner's in like a body lock situation, so he's done a good job splitting the legs, he's got his hands locked here. Whenever your partner's passing the guard, whether it's with a body lock and your intention is to clamp your partner or it's some other form of low, tight passing, there are two issues for you to deal with. One is hip control, the other is control up at your upper body and your shoulders and your head. So if your partner gets control of your hips, which is not ideal, but it does happen, you can't allow them to control your shoulders. So for instance, when Fuentes gets into this position, starts to drive, I'm never gonna simply allow him to put my two shoulders here on the floor and stay here for any length of time. Once we have a situation where the body lock is in place and he's looking to start to step over, we may begin in a position where our elbow's on the floor. Maybe the goal at this stage of distance is to heist up, for instance. Okay, we want to make space, put a foot inside, and begin to level change. But that's early, okay? Mid-stage, it's kind of like he's driving through and there's too much pressure here and we feel like we're getting collapsed. So when that happens, you'll notice that we want to keep our two shoulders stacked on top of each other. When his head drives this way, we're gonna use our arm to move our partner's head in this direction. If his head goes over your shoulder in this direction, put your shoulders flat, you're gonna have a much more difficult time, and using the clamp or any other means of defense or offense is gonna be hard. So in this transition, when he's moving from a lower body with hands locked to upper body, we will never allow him to pin both shoulders and we wanna keep them stacked. So as he drives here, again, we'll take our hands to this position. Okay, we'll go inside with a V grip at the elbow. We'll even use a bridge here to move the head slightly. And then it's all about keeping our body on our side. When he goes to return me back to my side, I'm always gonna be hipping away. Okay, now from here, it can be a battle. If he stays square, that's fine. You're gonna control your partner's wrist or hand, push it down, top leg comes over to the hip, there's an anchor position, foot goes to your partner's leg or their bicep, and you're in from the clamp to the triangle. If, on the other hand, your partner is driving here and you feel like you're not able to kind of fully get this leg in place, that's fine. Hip out a second time and we'll use a butterfly hook with our left leg, okay? Or sit up just a little bit here, a knee shield to create a little more distance. Then out of that position, notice again, shoulders are staying stacked. We'll create distance with our head, foot can come through, leg can come over, and now you're in the position here ready to start to attack with the clamp. The key thing to keep in mind is, again, that when you're getting past in a tight position, you want to keep, if your partner's controlling your hips, you can't allow them to control your shoulders or your head. You want to keep your shoulders stacked on top of each other. If you can do that, it's going to be more difficult for your partner to pass and easier for you to use attacks like the clamp. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, let us know down below. We'll do our best to answer them. Comments as well. We've got links to some other stuff we've been doing. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. So you feel how my shoulder's a little off the floor here? I can move you.
As opposed to
here, I can't, it's much harder. I gotta kind of use this like kazushi bump, bump, bump to get this off the floor. But this is the key. This is why also these mount positions work so well. Because you're, Gordon and Marigali are getting people to hear. This is a little different. And remember, it's game of inches at that level. So.